Hey fellas, it's your dude, PUA Red Sky, and today I have another good video on neediness. I thought this video would actually help a lot of you guys, so I decided to make it. Okay? Anyway, so the title of the video is How to Cure Neediness. Like it is a disease or something, but as a matter of fact, it is kind of it's not necessarily a disease, but it is a somewhat of a developmental disorder, being needy. For whatever reason, something happened in your childhood that caused you to be more needy than most, okay? According to what I've learned up to this point about psychology, that is basically the gist of it, or what psychologists believe, due to many years of research and experimentation. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Today I'm going to just teach you how to cure it. And when it comes to curing it, there are two aspects, okay? You have the behavioral, which is how you behave, and you have the can't even say that word, psychological, okay? Psychological. Okay, so the psychological I'll get to later, but the first one is the behavioral. And the behavioral, the best way to conquer it is to think in terms of the buyer versus seller's mentality. And an easy way to explain the buyer's versus seller's mentality is to think of how you behave when you're in a car dealership and you're buying a car. Like, ideally you wouldn't want to buy the first car that you lay your eyes on. You'd like to at least like browse around and see what other options you have. So you're not going to jump on the first car. Well, think of it in the same way as you're talking with a woman. Think of the woman like a salesperson trying to sell you a car. She's trying to sell you something, and that something is sex, okay? So this may sound kind of shallow, but look around at other women that are looking at you, other women that you actually might have a chance with when you go in the club. Don't just make out with the first girl because she's giving you attention. Look around, browse, and play the field, see who else is giving you attention. Who knows? You might have a girl that's hotter, it's better looking, it's more intelligent, that's everything, like just a beer away. If you just waited a little bit longer and then just jump on the first girl like a desperate guy, you might have a better option. You might be going home with the hottest girl in the bar, who knows? But yeah, that's the idea behind the behavioral part, okay? So don't get too needy, don't get too like jumpy. Just like play it cool, stand back, have conversation, but don't be too hungry, okay? The next is the psychological. The psychological is something you have to work on. I guess you can call it inner game. To control the actual inner game of neediness, or the actual feelings, what makes you needy. First off, if you're needy, you're coming from a place where there aren't that many women in your life, okay? So you need to change that, okay? If you expect that to change for the better and never come back permanently, then you need to get experience with women. That means you need to come from a place where there is an abundant amount of women. The only way you can do that, like I just said, is experience. So I've already done that. I've already gone through that phase of my life. I'm approaching the middle of my 30s now, so I already got that behavior down. I already internalized that. When I was younger, I came from a place of scarcity or neediness. Scarcity equals neediness. So I know how you guys felt because I've been there and I know how that is. And basically the reason I feel that I'm even credible to give you guys this advice is because I was there once, okay? So anyway, in order to get out of that mindset of neediness, of scarcity, you need to have more experience with women. You need to get out, you need to approach, and basically you need to have more relationships with women. And it won't happen in one night. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. It will happen over a long, gradual process. But if you have somebody who's been there and who's gone through the process to aid you and, you know, give you pointers along the way, it can be a lot easier and it can be accomplished much faster. But to actually permanently conquer the neediness, you need to go through the process, okay? So anyway, that is my input on how to cure neediness. Yeah, you can fake it with the behavior part, the buyers versus sellers mentality. But to actually internalize it and change neediness permanently, you have to go through the process, okay? You need to have experience. You need to get more and more women in your life. And so one day, you just look back at all the women you've been with and the awesome, beautiful woman that you will probably be with when you've gone through that phase and you're at that end of that phase, when you've mastered that your luck with women or you're successful with women. And you one day will just look in the mirror or whatever, or you'll sit back and look up and you'll be like, well, I'm not needy anymore. Okay? So anyway, that's my take. Thanks for watching this PUA Red Sky. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you next video. Later.
glorybebynight.com